let's get into this spoiler-heavy review of Loki Episode 2. If you have not seen Loki, I need you to turn this video off now in 10, 9, 8. I'm sorry, just turn it off right now. I suspected this, but the Loki from the other dimension or the other split timeline is a female, and they explain that Lokis can look different, and this is something from the comics, and they're doing it right now where there is a female Loki. I love the action scene in the beginning. She's switching bodies with her Loki technique spell, but sort of like a body hopping spell. They're playing We Need a Hero in the background, and the female Loki is possessing one of the female TVA agents. Is pretty lit. I do want to talk about the action sequences in Loki. I really love the action sequences because in Loki, the action sequences are in full frame. And what I mean by that is you can see what's happening with the action. It doesn't look all disjointed, where like you can tell it's a stunt person. Like it seems like Tom Hiddleston is doing his own stuff. There's frames. If you watch John Wick, you see every move that man does because Keanu Reeves is doing his own stunts. Just like when you watch Tom Cruise do stuff, you can see the entire fight. So I think the filming of the show was beautiful. So this retro Doctor Who style, because in the comics, the TVA in this plot is heavily futurized, like a 90s style of the future, or like an 80s style of the future. This is more like a retro Doctor Who thing, which is pretty cool. Talk about Nexus level events, which gets more into what happens in WandaVision and the comics, the Nexus, the multiverse of time and things of this nature. And Nexuses are events that should not be happening, but Loki realizes that apocalypses are quintessential and apocalypses should happen. So he realizes that Loki is hiding in apocalypses, which is pretty dope. And they show up at Pompeii, which is pretty cool. And right before it happens, and they locate the female Loki, which is dope. Female Loki seems to be repurposing the time splinter bombs that stop the splinters into creating splinters. It seems that she is actually creating the multiverse, because all the multiverse is branches of timelines that create new realities, which means she's setting this stuff up for Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and all the future Marvel movies where we'll get different universes, and that might mean we might get other Marvel characters from other licensed properties that we currently don't see in the MCU. So this is creating the Marvel multiverse, the creation of the Marvel multiverse. Hopefully the show keeps hitting me with like that cool action, and they bring up the energy and pace a little bit more, because Loki looks right now to me to be the best of the Marvel shows. But I feel like if you're not like heavy nerdy, it might just subdue you. But I do love how Tom Hiddleston is just getting into the character and giving us more of him, because we don't get an insight to how he thinks. He was called Professor Loki. I think it's amazing how intelligent he is. Loki is dope. I'm loving the character. I'm loving the tie. One of the best call outs from this episode, when the female Loki's inside of a black man, and he's like, yo, yeah, that could be me. I would pick a suit. I like how the dude is black. That means nothing, but he was talking about his style of dress. I love Loki. He's fresh. He's suave. He's doing his thing. And Loki's going to be here for more weeks to come. So will I, Roddy Vision. Guys, in the comments, ask some questions. Maybe drop some ideas you want me to do in future videos. I love doing this stuff. It's your boy, Roddy Vision. Like, subscribe, and share. Woo! Peace. I do want to say this, though. In the world right now, you should be buying AMC stock. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not a financial YouTube. But let's do some revolutionary Dark Knight Rises kind of stuff and make some money out here. But it's also worth mentioning that one of the fundamentals of any company is what they can produce. So in regard to AMC and the MCU, Marvel, these new releases like Black Widow and the future Marvel films like Shang-Chi and the Eternals, they're going to be released in movie theaters. These are great fundamentals for a company, and AMC is going to be a movie theater that can provide us with that experience, because honestly, I miss the movies. So this is about comics, this is about Marvel, it's about movies, and I think AMC will provide that entertainment for us once again.